Hey everybody, it's Emma. Thank you very much for joining me. I just want to do a quick kind of recap on 2018 so far. Because I haven't been keeping up with videos in the past couple months, I just wanted to share some things that I have gotten, that I've loved, that I haven't. So this will be a little faves, mez, and fails for January and February and into March. But anyway, let's get going. So the first thing I'd like to mention is what I'm wearing on my lips right now, and that is Beetroot from Bite Beauty. I have wanted this lipstick, I think, for years, at least a year, and I finally got it. It doesn't feel great in my cheap skate heart to spend almost $30 on a single lipstick, but it's so worth it. I love this color so much. It's so comfortable. It doesn't bleed. It lasts really well. It fades evenly. It leaves a really nice little stain. It's incredibly comfortable. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Another thing I have been loving is from e.l.f. and it is the Bronzed Violet blush and bronzer palette from the Aqua beauty line. So this is kind of a cream to powder sort of formula. I'm wearing the blush today, and I just find that it looks very bright and intense, but once it blends out on my cheeks with my skin tone, this time of year, it just looks like that perfect in from the cold flush. I've been really into a more kind of natural look. This is kind of my, well, maybe not natural with this lipstick, but I've been more into a low-key, everyday, kind of fresh look. So this has been a really great combo. The bronzer is also really nice. January is not a big bronzer time for me personally, but I have used it. I do like it, and I will use that more as the weather warms up, I'm sure. But I really love this. I love cream products, and these are really great. I actually got it on sale. I don't know if they're phasing these out or Target was just having a sale, but highly recommend. An e.l.f. product that I was deeply disappointed by is the e.l.f. Beauty Shield. I don't know if that's not going to show up. But this is the antioxidant enriched skin protection SPF 50 skin shielding primer. What I didn't notice when I picked this up is it says universal tint. That is a red flag. To me, this is so dark and orange, I can't use it. So that sucks. I've been looking for an SPF that I could use instead of spending all the money on Paula's Choice, which I love Paula's Choice sunscreens, but you know, I'm always looking for something cheaper. And this is $12, and I thought, oh, this would be a great thing to wear as my sunscreen. Can use something else as a moisturizer and throw this on, but it is, I think you can see that, how much darker it is than my skin tone, and it just gets worse and more orange as it dries down. I can mix this with something else to make the tone match, but then I can't use enough where I get the SPF benefits. So, you know, I can use it. I could use it up. I'm going to try, but I can't use it the way I intended, which is a shame. Now, I think I will already have a video up, or a video will be coming on my thoughts of some of the new stuff from Wet n Wild, but I want to mention a couple of things that I have been particularly in love with. The retractable brow pencil, I have it in the shade Ash Brown, is my new brow jam. I'm not going to talk about this stuff too much because I go into it more in that video. It's kind of a knockoff, dupe, whatever you'd like to call it, of the Anastasia Brow Definer, which, if you've seen other videos of mine, I hated the brow definer, so I'm surprised that I love this so much, but I do. Watch that video if you want more information. Also, I've really been loving the quads from Wet n Wild. I find that I prefer this formula over the new 10-pan palettes. This one, Hooked on Vinyl, has been a particular love of mine. This is the swatches of them. So below is, of course, Hooked on Vinyl. It's got that great metallic yellowy coppery gold, that kind of interesting mustardy yellow matte shade, a matte cream shade, and then that great deep tealy green color. And then above we have Petallete, which is the purple quad. It's got a great dusty mauve, that's matte, a kind of satiny white that has a bit of a pink sheen to it, has this beautiful shiny lavender, and then this kind of eggplant grape color that doesn't swatch that well, but it works out really well on the eyes. I wasn't a huge fan of the formula of the 10 pan palettes, but I have been absolutely obsessed with this shade in Rosé in the Air, which is the dupe for Love Letter from Modern Renaissance. Absolutely have been using that shade a ton. There's a good healthy dip in that already. And meh for me this month, or this past couple months, is from Lip Smacker. This is the Kiss Therapy SPF 30 Lip Balm. This was inspired by Emily Noel. She was talking about this, and you know I'm always on the lookout for a good SPF lip balm. This is better than a lot of the ones that I've tried. It has a great strawberry scent. It's very kind of nostalgic to me as somebody who grew up with Lip Smacker. But it does, like, I have it on under my lipstick now, and I can definitely taste it. And that's one of my big pet peeves with SPF lip balms, is when you end up eating them. They're on your lips, but somehow they make it into your face, and they taste gross, as they should, I'm sure. But I'm continuing to use it because it's much more moisturizing. It feels much nicer going on the lips than a lot of the SPF lip balms I've tried. But it does have that eat it quality, which means that I am still on the hunt for the world's perfect SPF lip balm. If you have recommendations, let me know. And circling back to that e.l.f. primer that did not work out. Let's see if it looks any. Oh yeah, can you see that? Oh my gosh, so disappointing. But lucky for me, Milani to the rescue. Milani has a SPF 30 primer, not quite as good as an SPF 50, but this one doesn't have a white cast. It doesn't have any real color at all. It feels really lovely, even when I put enough on to actually get the SPF benefit, and I'm a big fan. I got this buy one, get one, so this is going to be my SPF protection while I look for another SPF moisturizer or repurchase from Paula's Choice, which is probably what's going to end up happening. Another big love for me, I actually purchased, even me and my cheapskateness, the Urban Decay Perversion Travel Size Mascara. I'm wearing it today. I love it. It is my favorite cruelty-free mascara that I've tried so far. It just, you know, I'm usually too cheap to buy it, and I like to try other things. But it is in my life right now. It's a great volumizing mascara. It can be a little bit clumpy in a kind of sexy way instead of a I have 3 lashes kind of way, which I like. Not everybody will. The brush is large, but it's not absurd as some can be. I really love it. So figured I'd throw that into my favorites. This next product I kind of flip-flopped with. It's from the Cream Shop, which is Korean cruelty-free skincare brand, and it's called the Double Cleanse. Sorry, it's kind of a cloudy day, so I have to have my really low budget lighting situation, which is a lamp leaning on a chair with a gauzy white shirt in front of it. So that's what's bringing you this. Anyway, this 2-in-1 facial foam, it's got green tea, white lily, and rice water in it. And at first, I really thought I loved this. It was really good at cleansing my skin, and I just enjoyed it. And then I stopped using it for a little while, and I noticed that my skin was a lot clearer. So I do think that this was breaking me out. Not in a huge way, in just a subtle enough way that it didn't even occur to me that this might have something that irritates my skin in it. But I took, I depotted a little bit of this in a travel travel size bottle and took it to Italy, and the entire time I was in Italy, I had some sort of breakout somewhere. When I got home, I kind of put this to the side. I've been using my CeraVe, oh my God, hydrating cleanser, and my skin has cleared up significantly. So I think this is something that's got to go, unfortunately, because I did really like it. And I have 2 more things that I want to mention. First, I've talked about this in a couple of videos. This is the e.l.f. finishing powder in Fair Light. Just hit pan recently. Whoops. I really like this powder. It's my favorite that I have at the moment. I also have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus powder, the kind of newer version of it. I find that to be just a little bit more dewy than I want most days. Some days I go with that. It's a beautiful powder, and if you like a really dewy look, if you don't want to mattify at all, that's a good powder to go for. This, it's not an oil control powder by any means, but it does, I'm wearing it today. I mean, my natural oils have kind of gotten into it, and obviously got some highlighter on, but it just leaves a really nice, soft, natural finish on my skin, and it doesn't end up looking cakey or anything like that. So this is a really great powder, in my humble opinion. Last but not least is from Trader Joe's. This is more of a kind of body care thing, but I figured I'd throw it in. This is the Lemongrass Coconut Oil Body Oil with almond and jojoba oil. So there you go. I love this. I think it smells amazing. It is lightweight enough that you don't feel too greasy, but it also feels really hydrating. I love just slathering this all over myself after I shower. I feel like I smell really nice for the rest of the day. It has a very kind of fresh, clean, slightly citrusy scent, but it's very natural smelling, not in a like hippie patchouli sort of way. No judgment, just you know what I mean. But it doesn't smell artificial or super sweet or anything like that. It's a really nice oil. So if you see this in your local Trader Joe's, then I recommend picking it up. And unlike a lot of the stuff from Trader Joe's, the smell of it doesn't make me nauseous after a little while. I feel like that happens a lot with like their body butters and stuff. They smell really good at first, and then they really don't. But this stays consistently wonderful. So if this interests you, I recommend it. I'm sure I'm missing a lot of stuff, but they will show up in other videos in the future. I thank you for spending time with me and watching this video. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, smart remarks, let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.